It always seems impossible until it's done. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemy. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. I dream of an Africa which is in peace with itself. It is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory. When nice things occur, you take the front line when there is danger. Then people will appreciate your leadership. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. We must use time wisely and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be. I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. Money won't create success. The freedom to make it will. We can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. I am not a saint unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. I detest racialism because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. It is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. We must strive to be moved by a generosity of spirit that will enable us to outgrow the hatred and conflicts of the past. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. Our human compassion binds us the one to the other, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. I stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people. Your tireless and heroic sacrifices have made it possible for me to be here today. I therefore place the remaining years of my life in your hands. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. Dream big and dare to fail.